it's Riley here. So it's day 17 of recovery from phalloplasty, and wanted to do a little topic video and just kind of like around the realization of like how long this recovery actually is. So I've known a lot of people that to go through this recovery, but I never really got to see like the day-to-day updates like this or topics like around phalloplasty or really discussing like their aftercare and what that looked like and really how long things took to recover from. So, it's just been, I think the big thing for me is knowing it's day 17, it's only half like a month. So it's only been, just over 2 weeks. But obviously at this point, like I still have so much of my recovery. It's normally about 8 weeks up to about 16 weeks. And, could be longer depending on complications, but it's just a realization of really how long it takes for things to actually heal. So to see the progress in my arm, like my arm does look really good on about 60% of it. So on the underside of my arm, I have a lot of pink showing through, like more of a skin color, which is looking really good. But then I do have a portion on the top, like of my arm, which I talked about in previous videos, which is pretty gruesome and gross right now. A lot of it looks very black and very hard and more like a really bad, like big scab. Basically, it's the easiest way to explain it is just like, it's just really, really gross compared to everything else. And I know that it's going to take a lot longer for that to heal. But, it's just a realization of like, even only 2 weeks out, like there's still so much healing that my arm even just itself has to do. My leg, though, on the other hand, is looking really good. Like it's been pretty much healing really well. All of the scabbing is now off of it, which is good. It's just now like still a little bit more on like the pinkish side and still like has to heal a little bit more. And then the next stage from here will be like where it starts to kind of like peel a little bit. But no, my leg is doing really good. I expect that to pretty much be like healed in the next week or two. Like I definitely have seen a big improvement on my leg. That's the one area I think I've noticed a lot of improvement. And then on the other side of things, like with, my like groin area and everything like that is where I think I'm going to be a very like a long time before I really see any major changes. I do notice like some of the stitching has healed together, which is good. But a lot of the like things I notice about it, like there has been some minor changes, but a lot of things are taking a very, very long time to heal. Same with my arm. Like I have a pretty big wound that's down on the bottom of my arm where it creases kind of like inside my elbow. And that is like definitely taking a very long time to heal. It still looks basically very like similar to what it did 5 days ago, 10 days ago. It really hasn't changed a whole lot. So it's kind of aggravating, seeing some of the things on my body like not really changing, not really healing, but then other parts are healing. So I know once those areas that are healing are actually healed, the energy will go to the other areas that are not. So I know that and I knew going into this it wasn't going to be easy recovery, but I just think until you really get here and until you really experience it, it's not really something you realize that like, oh wow, like this isn't just 2 weeks and I'm so much better. Like no, I'm still like basically in bed for most of my day. I try and get up and walk around a little bit because you do want to try and like be a little bit active, but I do have to pretty much rest for most of the day as I'm letting things heal, as I'm letting things also air dry, and, just, giving my body the rest that it needs to also, relax and get better. So it's just the realization of really how long things do actually take and realizing that it's going to be a very long recovery. I know most of my recoveries, I think it was only 4 weeks for my top surgery. So at this point, I'm literally halfway through where I was at my top surgery. My hysterectomy, on the other hand, was about 3 months. So that was a little bit longer of a recovery, though. Even with my hysterectomy, I was still able to like somewhat walk a little bit. Like I was able to do a little bit more because I had both hands. Like I also didn't have a catheter in at all, which will hopefully be coming out again, like I said, on Tuesday. So that should give me a little bit more mobility back as well and be able to hopefully like go out on a car ride and not be, sore or just irritated from that. So I'm really hopeful and, just looking forward to seeing that being taken out. And I know like being able to focus on other stuff as well. But yeah, just anybody who is experiencing or going through a phalloplasty or thinking about going through it, just keep in mind that it is something that is not an easy task. It's not an easy recovery, and it is a lot at once. So just keep that in mind. And it is something I knew, but it is something that like, even on a daily basis, it's a struggle to kind of realize like not a whole lot changes from day to day. Like there is very minimal changes that happen each day. Yes, it's a change, but it's still like really, hard to kind of like focus on that positivity and, look at something and see it as a positive when it's just like, I'm so used to doing things a certain way and so used to doing things like for myself, but now having to like rely on somebody else. So yeah, just wanted to kind of do a little topic around this, as it's just something that I think doesn't really get talked about a lot. Also, especially like I said, showing the in-depth behind the scenes, kind of like exactly like day to day, how things are progressing and what things look like and what has changed, and just somebody talking about their experience on a day-to-day basis is not something I really have seen. So that's why I wanted to share my experience on this journey and wanting to share this process with you all, and I hope you all are enjoying. And again, if you have any questions, comments, or topics you would like me to talk about, always feel free to put them in the description down below. And lastly, if you would like to help support me in any way, you can do so by clicking the link in the description or in my bio, and that'll bring you to my Linktree account, which will give you access to my Amazon wishlist or a tip option if you would like, and also all my other social medias that you can follow me on if you would wish to do so. But anyways, thank you all so much, and bye for now.